Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive. We're going to be taking a look at the fascinating dynamic between Enneagram Type 1 and Type 9.
It is a really interesting combo. You've got the one, the reformer, always striving for what's right and good.
Right, and then you have the 9.
The peacemaker, content to go with the flow.
Yeah. And today we'll be exploring just how these two contrasting personalities work together in relationships. We'll cover communication, friendship dynamics, daily routines, work dynamics, even romantic compatibility.
Let's start with communication. That's where things can get a little tricky sometimes in any relationship.
Right.
Imagine you're a type 1. You value direct communication honesty. You don't sugarcoat things, but your type 9 partner prefers to avoid confrontation.
Oh, I see where this is going.
They'd rather keep the peace, even if it means holding back their own opinions.
So you're saying a Type 1 might perceive their partner as being dishonest or closed off, while the Type 9 may feel pressured or criticized.
Exactly. That's why empathy is crucial in this pairing. Type 1s need to soften their delivery and practice patience. Recognizing that their type 9 partner needs a safe space to express themselves.
Okay, so Type 1s need to dial back the intensity a bit.
And on the flip side, type 9s have to find their voice. Learn to communicate their needs more assertively, even if it feels uncomfortable at first.
So it's about finding a balance then.
It's about understanding and appreciating the other person's perspective, not trying to change who they are, but just, meeting each other halfway.
Now, I'm curious what daily life looks like for a Type 1 and Type 9 couple. Can you paint a picture for us?
Okay, so picture this. It's a Sunday morning.
Okay.
The type 1 is up early, already making a to-do list for the day. The type 9 is enjoying a cup of coffee, just soaking in the peaceful atmosphere.
Ah, sounds lovely.
Their home is probably a blend of order and comfort. The type 1 making sure everything's in its place. The type 9 adding warmth and a sense of ease.
Sounds like a very balanced and harmonious environment.
Yeah, and their different approaches to life actually complement each other really well.
Interesting.
Personality NFT talks about how this dynamic can make for a surprisingly stable and harmonious home life.
That's pretty cool. Now let's move on to friendships. How would you describe a Type 1 and Type 9 friendship?
Well, imagine you're a type 1. You're all about self-improvement, always pushing yourself to be better. Your type 9 friend is that calming presence. You need a safe space to just unwind.
And in return, the Type 1 could encourage the Type 9 to be a little more assertive, right? Like to actually go after their goals and set boundaries.
Exactly. It's a win-win. Type 1 brings structure and motivation. Type 9 brings that sense of peace and acceptance. They help each other grow in ways they couldn't on their own.
That's a great friendship dynamic. But let's be real, no pairing is without its challenges.
Right.
What are some potential conflicts that could arise between a Type 1 and Type 9?
That's where their different approaches to conflict can really clash. A type 1's desire for perfection and order may butt heads with the type 9's need for peace and avoidance of confrontation.
So how do they navigate these situations? Their instincts seem to pull them in opposite directions.
Communication is key. The type 1 needs to remember that their type 9 partner can be a bit sensitive to change and needs to be handled with care.
Okay.
And the type 9 needs to learn to express their concerns directly instead of just hoping the problem will disappear.
So it's about finding that middle ground where they can support each other and grow together.
Exactly. It's not about changing who you are, but rather understanding and respecting your partner's needs. And that takes us to the workplace. How do you think their contrasting styles would play out in a collaborative work setting?
Well, imagine a Type 1 would be a fantastic project leader.
Yeah.
Super organized, meticulous, making sure every detail is perfect.
Right. And their type 9 teammate would be the one to smooth over any conflicts. Keep the team morale up. Remind everyone to breathe when things get stressful.
They'd make a pretty good team then.
They really would. The type 1 ensures quality and efficiency. The type 9 fosters harmony and teamwork.
It's like a recipe for success. Now let's talk about romance. What's the potential for sparks between a Type 1 and Type 9?
You might be surprised to hear this, but there's actually a lot of potential there. They both deeply desire peace and harmony, even if they achieve it in different ways.
So that shared value could be a strong foundation for a relationship.
It definitely could. And think about the dynamic.
Yeah.
The type 1 being assertive and decisive might actually be quite attractive to the type 9, who often prefers a partner who can take charge.
And the Type 9's calming presence could help the Type 1 relax and let go of some of that rigidity.
Exactly. They balance each other out.
So in a way, they each bring something to the table that the other might be missing.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about change. We've touched on how differently they approach it. So how do you think a type 1 and type 9 couple would navigate a major life change like moving to a new city or starting a family?
Hmm. Well, the type 1 with their love of structure would probably want to plan every single detail. Spreadsheets, timelines, you name it.
And the type 9 might resist the change at first, clinging to familiarity and routine.
Right, because they find comfort and stability.
Exactly. It would take a lot of communication and compromise for them to work through that together.
So the type 1 would need to be patient and understanding.
And the type 9 would need to be open to a little bit of structure.
Basically, they each need to bend a little to make it work.
Right. And that's true for any couple, really.
And I'm curious about conflict resolution, especially in a high-pressure situation like the one we just talked about. How do their communication styles play out when emotions are running high?
Well, a type 1 would probably want to address the conflict directly and find a solution ASAP. Makes sense. But the type 9 might try to avoid the conflict altogether, sweep it under the rug, hoping it goes away on its own.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not. And that's where things can get tricky.
So how do they avoid that impasse?
They have to learn to communicate effectively. The type 1 has to acknowledge their partner's feelings and need for reassurance, and the type 9 needs to learn to express their concerns directly instead of bottling them up.
Easier said than done sometimes, though, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the heat of the moment.
It is, but if they can master this, they can actually turn conflict into an opportunity for growth and a deeper connection. It's about remembering that they're on the same team and they both ultimately want the same thing, a happy and loving relationship. Now, as we wrap up our deep dive.
We've really learned so much today. It's fascinating to see how two types who seem so different can actually create a really supportive and strong relationship.
It really highlights the power of the Enneagram. It helps us understand ourselves and how we connect with others.
Absolutely. And we've seen that it's not just romantic relationships where this dynamic works. It can be friendships, family, work, anything really.
Yeah, the principles apply across the board. Understanding your partner's motivations, their fears, their desires is really the key to any successful relationship.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to go back to something we talked about earlier. Type 1s, with their strong morals, sometimes come across as a bit critical. How can they avoid hurting their type 9 partner's feelings when giving feedback?
That's a great point. It all comes down to self-awareness and communication. Type 1s have to remember that type 9s are very sensitive to criticism. They value harmony and peace, and anything that disrupts that can be really upsetting.
So instead of saying something like, "You always leave your things everywhere," which could feel like an attack, a type 1 could try a more gentle approach.
Exactly. Like, hey, would you mind putting your shoes away when you come in? It would really help me feel more organized and relaxed.
Right. It takes the focus off of blaming the type 9 and instead focuses on the outcome they're looking for.
Exactly. And timing matters too. Don't bring up sensitive topics when your partner's already stressed or tired. Find a time when you can both be open to the conversation.
And type 9s also have a role to play here.
Oh, definitely.
They need to learn to communicate their needs and boundaries, even if it feels uncomfortable.
Absolutely. If something's bothering them, they need to speak up. Bottling things up will only lead to problems down the road.
So, open, honest, and respectful communication is key for any couple, but it's especially crucial in this pairing, where communication styles can be so vastly different.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now, as we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with something to think about. We've talked about how well type 1 and type 9 can complement each other. They have the potential to create a really fulfilling and dynamic partnership. But what happens when their core values clash, like if they have different beliefs about religion or politics?
Wow, that's a great question.
It highlights the importance of understanding not only your own Enneagram type, but also how your partner's type influences their worldview. Just because this pairing has a lot of potential for harmony, it doesn't mean there won't be any bumps in the road.
So it really comes down to those individuals and their willingness to work together.
Exactly. Every relationship takes effort and compromise and a desire to understand and appreciate your partner for who they are. And with that, we'll say goodbye for now.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into type 1 and type 9 compatibility.
We'll see you next time.